Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. It's John over at UFOs Worldwide. Thanks for subscribing, following, sharing, liking, commenting on everything. I really appreciate it. Love the support, the wonderful private messages I get from people all the time thanking me for doing this kind of work. I really appreciate you too. Thanks for tuning in. I just want to share a ghost story tonight. I've had a lot of people asking me to share a ghost story, but before I share the ghost story, what I got to do is I kind of got to set it up, right? I got to give you some backstory here. A friend of mine moved in to an area called Lundy's Lane and North Street. And where this is where a famous battle took place in the city of Niagara Falls. And at this time, my friend moved in, he started having certain strange experiences, such as he was having the light turn on in the basement every single night. And he was, trying to conserve energy, not only that for his bills, right? So before I get into this story, what I want to do is I want to tell you about the bloody battle of Lundy's Lane, because this is pretty important stuff. It's something that took place on the land where this house is situated. And if you know anything about ghosts, like I know about ghosts, you know that if some traumatic event took place, you're probably going to have some residual energy there. That energy is going to play itself out over and over and over again, almost like a repeat scenario, right? Where you're rewinding it, replaying it. It happens to come and go, but it is just unconscious energy. It's just a really sad point in someone's life, or many people's point in life. It's energy, y'all. It's crazy. So in this circumstance here, we've got a battle that took place in Lundy's Lane. It took place on July 25th in 1814. It was an engagement fought a mile west of Niagara Falls, ending a U.S. invasion of Canada during the War of 1812. Yes, that's right. Canada and America were at war in 1812. After defeating the British in the Battle of Chippewa on July 5th, 1814, U.S. troops under General Jacob Brown established themselves at a place called Queenston. On the night of July 24th and 25th, a British force under General Phineas Real moved forward to Lundy's Lane. On the 25th, he was reinforced by troops from Kingston under the British Commander-in-Chief, General Gordon Drummond. The U.S. troops advanced, and the battle began at 6 p.m. For hours on end, each side hurled desperate charges against the other in the dusk and the darkness. The losses on both sides were the heaviest in the entire war. With fewer than 3,000 men, the British had 878 casualties, 84 of whom were killed. The Americans suffered 853 casualties, with 171 killed. Drummond, Real, Brown, and the American general Winifred Scott were all severely wounded, and Real was taken prisoner. By midnight, the U.S. troops, too exhausted to attack, fell back, leaving Drummond's men in possession of their field. The British troops, in turn, were too exhausted to pursue. So that's something that took place on this property, on this land, and it's steeped with energy. In fact, there's actually, on the opposite side of the street, there's a cemetery. In the cemetery itself, when we were kids, we actually went there, and man, let me tell you, heebie-jeebie type energy for sure. So here I am going to my friend's house, gonna go watch a movie with him and his wife. His kids are sleeping upstairs. It's an old house. It's got 3 floors. It's got the upstairs, it's got the main floor, and it's got a downstairs. The downstairs itself has got two sets of flights of stairs with a side door open so that you can go out. So I'm sitting there watching this movie. I gotta go pee. So what do? I excuse myself. I have two options now. I can go upstairs or I can go downstairs. And downstairs always kind of been creepy to me. And my friend has always said, and kind of blamed me and accused me of doing this, but he kept on accusing me of leaving the light on and the door open. And he never wanted that to be the case because the door had to be closed because they had a dog. And they didn't want the dog drinking the water out of the toilet. And he didn't want to pay the extra electrical bill. Well, when I was being accused of that, I said, bro, are you kidding me right now? Turn the light off, shut the door. That's how I operate. I'm holding you down exactly the way you want it to be. Needless to say, at this point in juncture, the kids are sleeping upstairs, and those stairs are creaky as all sin. Just so I decide I'm going to go downstairs. They've got a sliding door, so I get up, go around to the kitchen. The sliding doors that are pocket doors that kind of fold into a V? Well, anyway, I went and opened that, and I closed it because I didn't want the dog to follow me down and stand there and look at me while I'm taking a leak in the toilet. I don't know if you've ever experienced that before, but just not something I'm comfortable with a dog that's not really my own. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know. It's just something about it. It just gets to me. So anyway, I walk down these stairs, go down the one step, go down the next. I come around the corner and it's the laundry room. And to the left of me is the bathroom. To the left of that, under the stairs, is the furnace room. And on the opposite side of the laundry room, to the right side, there's like a toy room where nobody really ever hung out and played. So anyway, I go into the bathroom, I do my business. And then all of a sudden I hear doof, 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 doof. Swish, 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 swish. And it sounded like the sound of corduroy pants. You guys know the sound. It's distinctual. You cannot mistake the sound of corduroy pants. And I know I'm not making the best sound here, but that's what I heard. And I honestly thought my buddy was messing with me. I honestly thought my buddy had ran down the stairs, real sly-like, ran past me and was hiding in that toy room around the corner. This is what my feelings were. I have these psychic abilities sometimes. I even am an empath, so I can actually, channel your energies. And sometimes these psychic abilities kick on and sometimes they kick off, and I got no way of powering them up or figuring it out. I just haven't been able to have the control of them. But they're there and they happen. And there's times when I actually see spirits and orbs and stuff too. And it's been happening a lot more the older I get. But perhaps it's just the house I've been living in over the last 2 years. Maybe it's pretty haunted itself. I'm hearing clicks right now as I'm talking. Yeah, I'm talking about you right now. When your energy, you normally feel fine, but you get that energetic sense that comes over the bottom half of your body and trickles all the way up your spine, and then you have a shiver. That energy is like an intensified spiritual electrical energy that if you've experienced, you know what I'm talking about, and if you haven't experienced, then I'm sorry. I hope that one day you do. But anyway, I'm feeling this energy, and I'm thinking to myself, I just saw another orb. Holy jeez. Okay, it's just a bug. You're freaking me out over here. As I'm telling the story, I'm kind of getting charged as well. I'd love to talk to you guys about energy, but it's a UFO channel. I don't think anyone wants to learn about energies, positive love, and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if we're there yet in my lifetime adventure on sharing my content and my opinion and videos that I'm making. But at any rate, I'm telling you right now, swish, swish, swish around the corner. So I pop out of the bathroom and I'm walking around the corner, and as I'm doing so, I'm saying, hey, are you kidding me? I'm just about to say his name, and as I'm standing there and now looking into the room, there's nothing there. But I still feel the energy of a spirit. So I've watched enough ghost shows. I've had enough ghost experiences. When I was a kid, I was playing with a Ouija board by the time we were, in grade two. I'm not even kidding you. And we would do it daily, like on recess and break. And if we didn't have one available, we would make one out of a cardboard, make our own planchette and everything. We're crazy. I don't even understand. We're on a whole nother level as kids. But I'm standing there and I say, hey, I know you're here. I can feel you. Can you please show me a sign? And I crap you not. I'm already filtering myself. I swear like a trucker, but I filter myself as best as I can here. I said, I felt like someone stood in front of me, and like if you cupped your hands and focused your blow, like it literally felt like something ran through me or blew in my face. I shit you not. I went around to the windows and checked for a draft. Like I honestly was just so like I was freaked out. I couldn't understand it. I couldn't explain it. I couldn't make heads or tails. I went upstairs. I told my friends about the circumstance. I excused myself from hanging out there, and I honestly when I would go there, I would spend my time outside. Now, later in life, while they were living there, they did report back to me and said that they had this balloon and it followed the children in from one room to the next. And it was an old craftsman house, like an old Victorian house. And these houses have like sections where you can go into, right? Your kitchen, your mud room, your entranceway, your pantry, your kitchen, your dining room, your living room. Everyone's got kind of like its own little hallway. Nothing's open concept. And the girls would walk around the kitchen dining room table there. Sorry, just the dining room table, not the kitchen. And they're walking around, and this balloon was following them. Now, obviously, if a kid's playing with a balloon and there's some static electricity there, that could actually influence that as well. But, having that experience in their house myself, it just freaked me out, man, honestly. And the craziest thing about it was that these two fought so much. So I think that there was also a lot of energy in the house just being there and being residual. We all know that entities that are out there, they're feeding on energy, both positive and negative, right? But for the most part, I'm thinking this negative energy also attracts negative energy. So, if you're in a negative state of mind, y'all, please talk to somebody about it. You got to get it out. You got to get that negative energy out of your brain so that we can get back to being a more positive state, more positive frame of mind. It's all about love, y'all. I just want to thank you so much for tuning in and listening to me rant and rave about this. Hopefully you like this little background image that I kind of cut and spliced and made up here for this little chat that I wanted to share. I know it has nothing to do with ghosts there, but at the end of the day, I thought it was kind of cool, and I don't want you to just look at a blank screen as I tell you a ghost story. Y'all have a good night. Take it easy.